And so, the pages turn, and your school days are over. To you, they have been a small, and we hope happy, lifetime. But to us, they have been more like the miracle of a minute. The mischievous, loving children who came to us 4 years ago now leave us as charming young ladies to face the challenge of life with all the happiness and victories and even the disappointments it has in store for you. No senior class has ever set a higher standard for succeeding ones to follow. And I only hope that now, when you go home to friends and family, you will carry with you all the courage and idealism and the sportsmanship that have made us all so proud to be associated with this graduating class. Goodbye, girls. Good luck. God bless you.
They'd have sense enough to stay put. Oh, there they are! Honey, you've got to meet Mother and Dad. Mother, Dad, this is Connie.
Oh, we're so glad to meet you, Connie, after all Marcia's written.
She gave you quite a build-up.
Oh. Well, look at her. She's tops, that's all. And you ought to hear her sing. Honestly, when she hits a high note, it sends chills up and down your back.
Bad as that, eh? Where are your father and mother, Connie? We'd like to meet them.
My parents are dead, Mr. Parker.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mother, I have a wonderful idea. Why can't Connie come with us and spend the summer?
Could you, Connie? We'd be so pleased.
It's very kind of you, but I have an aunt and uncle in New York, and I'm going to live with them. You see, it's all been arranged that way.
Her uncle is James F. Clinton. You know him, Dad.
I owe everything to Uncle Jim. This school, my music, everything. I couldn't disappoint them.
No, of course not. Jim Clinton, eh? Well, you're a very lucky girl. He's a fine man.
Oh, yes, he is.
Isn't it his daughter we read so much about?
Yes, that's Barbara. She's a year older than I am. Oh, and she's beautiful. Did you see her picture in the magazine? She has a picture in every...
Miss Constance Harding?
Yes?
I'm Mr. Clinton's butler. We've called for you in the car.
Then they're here.
Oh, no.
Excuse me, please.
They're not here. I'm sorry, but only the chauffeur and I are here.
Then they didn't come?
No, miss, they were very busy.
Of course, they couldn't leave New York, could they?
No, miss.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Very good, miss.
If you'd be so kind as to show me where the car is, please.
That's the car over there, miss. The black car with the white wheels.
I'll go and get my bag.
Very good, miss.
Connie, they didn't come?
No.
Oh, Connie, change your mind. Spend the summer with us on the lake. We have a houseboat.
I'd love to, Marcia. Really, I would, but they've done so much for me, you know?
Connie, when you go to New York, listen, there's
I'm
a boy
sorry, Sally. I have to hurry.
Where do you think you're going, young
I'm
lady?
supposed to go up and change my
Oh,
clothes.
no,
Tony.
you don't.
Oh, now, please
you
let me go,
promised
Tony.
to
I
sing.
But, Tony, I can't.
Hey, what do
really,
you think
I
of that girl? She refuses to sing for us.
Oh, it was the last time.
Let's go to the music room. Come on.
Yes? What is it?
May we use the piano, Miss Wiggins?
What for?
Connie's going to sing for us.
All right. Go ahead.
Miss Wiggins says it's all right. Come on. The leader of the Glee Club always sings the last song.
I don't feel like singing.
Oh, temperamental, eh?
No, I'm not.
Say, what let be, girls? All those who
No,
favor
girls.
butterfly
No,
sky.
I-
Anything you like.
A Home Sweet Home, for instance. All right.
Oh,
Connie never cried.
Sorry.
Don't you feel well?
Get up. Go on. On. What's all this? Look up here. What's the matter with you?
Nothing. It's just that everybody's going home. And
And?
I'm leaving mine.
I thought so. Crying your eyes out just because you don't have a home of your own to go to. Or a mother and father to tell you how pretty and clever you are. Poor little thing. You've just got a voice that comes to 1 in a million. Straight from God to you. To you alone. And you sit there feeling sorry for yourself. Yes, you are. Sorry for yourself. If I were that kind of girl, do you know what I'd do? I'd stick my tongue out at myself, right there. Bam! Get away, get away. What's all this?
You've been so wonderful to me, Miss Wiggins.
Now, you go on up there to New York and make those people love you as much as we do. And then, maybe, someday you'll meet a prince. And you'll live happily ever after. Hmm?
Those fairy stories haven't come true for over 100 years, Miss Wiggins.
Fiddlesticks. You just have to dust them off, streamline them a bit.
They'd still be fairy stories, wouldn't they?
That's all life is, a fairy story. The trouble with you young people is you don't believe in anything. You're afraid. Afraid of hope. Afraid of happiness. What's New York? It's just another town. It's no bigger than you are. Go there and laugh in it, love in it, live in it, make it yours.
Hold it, Miss Clinton. Thank you.
Blue boy!
Hold it, Miss Clinton. Thank you.
Blue boy, come on!
Hold it, Miss Clinton. Thank you. Hold it, Miss Clinton. Thank you.
Isn't that wonderful? Right in the middle of the air.
What's wonderful about it?
It's like you were a bird.
It's terrible. Throw that white bathing suit out. It fits like a flour sack.
Yes, miss.
Get my comb.
Yes, miss.
Send that editor a telegram telling him he's a darling for putting me on the cover. May I fix that spangle now, Miss Barbara? You should have done it before I put the dress on.
But it wasn't loose then.
Well, hurry up. Comb these curls out.
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Ollie.
It's finished. It's all finished. Just one more. Can you hold just a little still, please?
Give me that comb. You can pull on it. It won't come off.
I didn't want to hurt you, Miss Barbara.
Get my perfume, the Clair de Lune Bleu.
Yes, miss.
Is Mother ready?
Yes, I got her done an hour ago.
What's she wearing?
A new one from Hendricks.
What's it like?
You don't have to worry, miss. It's nothing like yours. Which one did you say, Miss Barbara?
Clair de Lune Bleu.
Yes, Clair de Lune Bleu.
Bleu.
Blue.
Bleu.
Blur.
That isn't right, but you're getting warm.
Oh, thank you, miss.
Here's your coat, Miss Barbara. All right, bring it along.
Which flowers would you like, Miss Barbara?
I don't care, any of them.
I think these would look very nice on you.
They're terrible. Give me the gardenias.
Yes, Miss Barbara.
Call me at noon tomorrow. Be sure that I get up.
Yes, Miss Barbara.
And you call that Swedish girl. Foot massage in the morning.
You shouldn't dance so much, Miss Barbara.
If Mr. Warrington calls, tell him to call back. If Mr. Patton calls, tell him I have smallpox.
Yes, miss. A headache for Mr. Patton.
Where's my bag?
Oh, I forgot it.
Well, get it. Mother, I'm ready. Where's Mother, Walter? Are you ready?
All but one cufflink.
Mother, please.
Oh, my darling child. You look so sweet. And that color's so good for you, too. Oh, maybe you're good for the color. You know, I always say the woman makes the clothes.
Mother,
no
let's
matter...
get started, Even Walter's ready.
All ready and raring to
Oh,
go.
but we can't go for quite a while yet.
No good.
What's the matter
Well,
now?
George and Terry aren't back with your cousin Constance yet, and they have the car.
Well, let's take one of the other cars.
Which one, my dear? The sedan is waiting for your father at his office. My little town car is in the garage having an oil treatment or whatever you call those things, and the big town car we can't use because the second chauffeur's off today. You know, the one who was born in February. What's his name?
Nick for Nicholas.
That's it.
This is terrible. I can't be more than an hour and a half late for Wilma's party. She's one of my personal friends. Why did that child have to graduate today?
Oh, but graduations are important.
Well, what's much more important to me is that Wilma will think I'm deliberately sabotaging her party.
Oh, well, if that's the case, perhaps we'd better take a taxi.
That's idiotic. No one can get comfortable in a taxi.
If you'd learned to drive, we wouldn't have to ride in them.
Driving is work. Not as much work as walking, perhaps, but still work.
Walter, you came that close to making an epigram. You know,
They are, Miss Barbara. This one matches everything.
Doesn't match anything. Throw it out. Now run outside and see if you can find a taxi.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you whistle, Agnes?
You mean like this?
don't ever do that, Agnes.
Well, I'm sorry.
Will you please get that cab?
Yes, ma'am.
Get my cloak, please.
In the future, I hope someone will have enough sense to keep at least one chauffeur around here.
Ditto.
Now, it's all Mother's fault, I know. But really,
Here they are.
Hello. Where have you been?
I'm sorry we're so late, Miss Barbara.
We had a flat tire, ma'am.
a flat tire on an $8,000 automobile? Impossible.
We almost had to take a taxi.
I'm very sorry, Mr. Walter.
You tell me all about that flat tire in the morning, Terry.
Yes, ma'am, but I
When
thought
you're going touring again, be sure there's somebody here to drive for us.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Mrs. Clinton, your flowers.
What's the matter with my... Connie! Hello? Oh, my baby, I'm so glad to see you. Barbara, you haven't said a word to Connie.
Hello, Connie. So happy you managed to get here.
Walter, what have you to say to your cousin?
Hi.
Hello.
We have to run. Some friends are waiting.
We don't want to be late, but I'll trust your horoscope the first thing in the morning.
Do you still sing?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I don't know why.
And George, the minute Mr. Clinton comes in, be sure and tell him to
Well,
go right
by
by
the time we get there, there won't be a photographer left. Goodbye, Connie.
Goodbye, 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 goodbye.
I'll show you to your room, miss. Please come this way.
What time do you think Uncle Jim will be home?
You mean Mr. Clinton, miss?
Yes.
The goings and comings of this family are none of my affair. But I might say, if they're out, Mr. Clinton usually is here. If they're here, Mr. Clinton usually is out. This way, miss. Here's your room, miss.
Shall I put the window down, miss? I said, shall I put the window down?
No, thank you. It's all right.
May I help you unpack, miss?
I think I can do it myself, thank you.
Will there be anything else?
No, thank
Very well, miss.
There'll be a light supper served in the dining room just as soon as you are ready for it, miss.
you. No, thank you.
But surely you'll want something.
I don't feel like eating.
Very well, miss. Pardon me, miss.
Supper already? Why, you certainly do things quickly around here, don't you?
I thought you
Well,
said
I'll be down as soon as I've changed.
Certainly, miss.
And don't make that supper too light. I'm famished.
Some more chicken, miss?
Oh, I couldn't really.
Are you sure, miss?
Oh, yes.
Very good, miss.
There is another little piece of white meat.
Yes, there is another little piece of white meat, miss.
I know what you're thinking.
I hope not, miss.
You're wondering if I always change my mind.
I'll get your hot chocolate, miss.
I don't want any, thank you.
Will that be all then, miss?
Mm-hmm.
Very good, miss.
Do you think if one makes up one's mind about doing something, that really helps one to do it?
Indubitably, miss.
Well, here's what I mean. I made up my mind that I like this house and I like everybody in it, and everybody in it's going to like me.
Very cheerful thought, miss.
They didn't have to have me come here to live with them if they didn't want me, did they?
No, miss, they did not.
My Uncle Jim asked me to come here.
So Mrs. Clinton told me, miss.
Say, don't you ever smile?
I'm sorry, miss, but if I may say so, gay butlers are a trifle rare.
do you like singing?
Yes, I do, miss, and no, I don't, if you know what I mean.
I'm sorry. Either you do or you don't.
Well, it's this way, miss. Some people consider boop, boop, diddum, daddum, waddum, choo, an inspiring cantata. My preference is for something above that, miss.
Oh.
I'm sorry, miss.
I'm sorry, too.
De amor es que cielo triste queja, de amor que sonó en mi corazón, diciéndome así con su dulce canción.
You're Connie, huh?
Yes, Uncle Jim,
Well, what seems to be the trouble?
Well, it's my fault.
I'm very sorry, sir, but...
I thought everybody was out.
They are out, sir.
They are?
Yes, sir.
Good. See that there's no more noise until they get in, then.
Very well, sir.
Uncle Jim? Uncle Jim? I just wanted to thank you for everything.
No thanks necessary.
You've done so much for me. And...
Well, I signed a few checks. Do that all the time. My sister's child, we always take care of our own. Like to do it.
And I like being here, too, Uncle Jim.
You like being here?
Uh-huh.
You met your cousins?
Yes.
You met your Aunt Graves?
Yes.
And you like being here?
Oh, yes.
It's a nice feeling.
Is there anything you want before you go to bed, child? We've got a big watermelon in the icebox.
No, thank you.
Don't start taking them too seriously, miss.
You'll get used to them.
Sure. We did.
Good night.
Good night, miss.
And pleasant dreams.
Good afternoon, Miss Barbara. I've been waiting for you to wake up. Your pictures are in all the morning papers.
What time is it?
It's a little after 2. Which kind? I brought orange juice, tomato juice, grapefruit, and grapes.
Sauerkraut.
Oh, I never seem to be able to guess. I might have known you'd be in the mood for sauerkraut today. When Mr. Drake called, I told him.
Who called?
Mr. Drake. He called twice.
Why didn't you wake me up?
Well, I tried to both times.
You did not.
Oh, yes, I did. The pillow the first time, and then you threw the alarm clock the second time.
Where'd he call from?
Right here. He just got back in town.
What'd he say?
He just said he was going over to the club and wanted you to go riding with he and Miss Flory and Miss Van Everett and a lot of people, and they were leaving at 2:30 sharp.
Never be able to get there by 2:30.
Couldn't you telephone him and ask him to wait?
And make him think I'm running after him?
I'd run after him. The papers say he's the catch of the season.
If I could only stop him from leaving till I get there.
I have an idea how to stop him, Miss Barbara.
You'd call me when he phoned. You wouldn't need any of your ideas.
But it's a good idea, Miss Barbara. Really it is.
I'm sure it is.
I could hurry out to the club, see Mr. Drake, and faint. That would stop him.
Have these shine.
Or I could throw myself under his horse's hoof. It wouldn't hurt me. I wouldn't mind doing it for you because I...
Get that cousin of mine.
Yes,
If she isn't here by the time I count 10, you're fired.
Yes, miss. Miss Connie.
What is it?
Miss Barbara wants you this minute. Please hurry.
Oh, yes, all right, Agnes.
Miss Connie will be right in.
Oh, I am in.
Oh, you are. Never mind.
Yes, Barbara?
I want you to do something for me. Some friends of mine are going riding at the country club in a half hour, and I want you to delay their start till I get there. Understand?
Oh, you mean stop them?
Yes, at least stop Ted Drake.
But I don't even know him.
Well, you know what he looks like.
No?
Only the most notable young man in New York. You must have seen his picture.
I don't think so.
Well, you'll find one in that drawer.
Which one?
The top drawer.
In the dresser?
Yes, in the dresser. Just open it. You'll find it.
I don't see any picture here.
Oh, you don't see any picture. I told you it was there. Why don't you look for it? What do you think this is?
Oh, I
And
guess...
please hurry.
What'll I say to him?
I don't care what you say, as long as you keep him there. And be sure he doesn't know I sent you.
I don't think I can do it, Barbara.
All right, don't then.
Oh, I mean...
After all this family's done for you, the first time we asked you to do something for us, you refused.
Well, I'll do it then, but I don't know what to do.
Faint and make him revive you. Fall in front of him, steal his horse. I don't care what you do as long as he's there when I get there.
All
And
right.
hurry!
Off for a little stroll, Miss Connie?
Oh, yes, I mean, no. Oh, I'll need the car on the hat. I left it in there.
I'll get the car, Miss Connie.
Thank you, will you? I'm in an awful hurry.
Why?
I have to stop Ted Drake's horse at the country club for Barbara. Oh, not his horse, him, but he'll be on it. You know what I mean? Oh, perfectly. Well, I have to run now. Goodbye.
Connie, give me a cigarette, please.
Yes, cigarette.
When were you born, Connie?
December the 4th.
Sagittarius. Oh, how interesting. What time of day?
Oh, I don't remember.
I'm going to do your horoscope for you. So hurry back and I'll tell you all about yourself.
Yes, Aunt Grace. You'd better wait here. They might recognize the car.
I'll keep the motor running in case we have to make a quick getaway.
Thank you, Terry. I'm awfully nervous.
Don't worry.
Mr. Drake, the horses ready, Dan? Yes, sir, all 13 of them.
13's bad luck. Oh, but we're not superstitious, are we?
Oh, let's wait for Barbara. Sure, it's only a little after 2:30.
Oh, let's go. Barbara's a dear, but if we wait for her, we'll have to make this a moonlight ride.
She'll probably just arrive by the time we get back.
All right, let's go.
Oh, I think if we go off without, it'll be good for her.
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
I still think we should wait for Barbara.
Hey! Barbara know about this trip you're taking?
Oh, I didn't even tell the family about it till this morning. When do you leave? About a month. We don't start up the Amazon in late September.
The Amazon's a river, isn't it? Named after a certain tribe of women.
Women, so that's what's behind this expedition.
Barbara will be thrilled when she hears about this.
No, I'm not with anybody. I'm alone. How cozy.
Mr. Kirkpatrick, wanted on the telephone!
All right, Willie, I'll take it.
Yes, sir.
Won't be a minute.
Mr. Drake, what another telephone!
That must be Barbara.
Maybe it's Dad. You go on along.
Oh, we'll wait.
No, go ahead. I'll meet you at the Willows.
Don't be long.
I won't.
Mary Jane, love you too.
Nice horse. Don't be afraid now. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to undo this thing. No, I'm not going to hurt you. See? Sugar. See? I just want to undo this. See? There, that's it. Come on, get the sugar now. Come on. Got some more in here. You can have that when you get to the barn. Here. See the sugar? Now, come on, get the sugar. See, I have a whole lot of it here, and you can have it all if you just come to the barn. Now, come on. Now, come on. Come on, I got some more for you. You like sugar, don't you? So do I. Now, come on. Come on, get the sugar. It's a good horse, see? Come on.
Say, did you call me to the phone?
No, Mr. Drake.
There's nobody on it, and somebody called.
I'm sorry, sir.
What's going on with that horse?
Come on. Come on, I got some more for you. Come on, there's lots more where this came from. Come on. Come on, that's it.
I don't like my horse to have sugar.
Oh, well, he likes it. Here.
Hey, Shamrock, come here, boy. Hey! Hey, Shamrock, here. Come back here. Here, fella, take it easy. Hey! Come on, the horse has had enough trouble with this jump without looking out for you.
Oh, chasing me.
Isn't chasing you. I was chasing the horse, not that way. Look out! Let's get out of here before another horse takes after you. What are you trying to do? Kill yourself? Between stuffing my horse with sugar and making yourself a steeplechase hazard, you had a pretty busy day, hadn't you? If one of those jumpers had been short out there, you'd really have something to worry about. Now run along and try and keep out of mischief. Never saw such a thing running around, falling into on the edges, getting in the way. Oh, come on, you're all right now. Is there a handkerchief in there? Here, let me get it for you. It's nothing, it's just the natural reaction. You must like horses an awful lot.
Oh, no, I don't. That's just...
You carry a lot of sugar around for them, then.
Oh, that... Could you show me the way out of here, please?
You can get out the same way you got in. I'm sorry, I got some friends waiting.
But it'd only take a few minutes. I'm a little dizzy.
Well, that young lady is a masterpiece of understatement. You're the diz. Oh, I wonder what's happened to her. That's fine. Come on in. Nurses.
Ted! What are you doing?
Kid's fainted. She had a bad scare.
Will you get some water? I'll take care of it.
Who is she?
I don't know. You better run down to the barn and get some water.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, thanks. You're welcome. You didn't have to kill yourself.
But you told me to keep him here, Barbara.
I didn't tell you to hang on his neck.
Oh, but I didn't. He just held me
All right,
up.
now go on home and don't let anybody see you.
Well, I just wanted to thank him. He was awfully nice of him.
Do you want to spoil everything now?
Oh, no,
Well, then
but
get out of here before he gets back and hurry up.
But, Barbara, if you'd only
Will
just
you
let
do
me
what you're
see him.
told for a change?
But I only want to thank him, Barbara.
Now go on home before he sees you again.
But...
Will you get my horse out, Frankie?
Oh, yes, Miss Clifton, right away.
What's happened to our patient?
Oh, that little brat. The minute you left, she ran off like a rabbit.
She's a funny kid. Who do you think she is?
You mean to say you don't know?
Now, wait a minute. The first time I ever saw her in my life was when I caught her feeding sugar to my horse.
A likely story. Your trouble is girls just will chase you around. Hello, Wilma.
Barbara, I'm so glad you finally got here. The gang went on, Ted.
I'll get my horse and be right back.
You look lovely, Barb. If I slept this late, I'd be a sight.
You're priceless, Wilma. You always look the same no matter what you do.
Mademoiselle Bristol says that whenever she gives me a facial. You ought to try her for that frown. She's marvelous taking bad lines out.
She must be miraculous.
She is. You'd be surprised what she can do for your nerves.
That's where you plump people are lucky. You have no nerves.
You are, Miss Clifton.
Be careful, dear. That hat might make him a little skittish.
Oh, don't worry about the general. He has better taste than most people.
They say horses always know more than their riders.
Which path will we take, girls?
The upper one is shorter, but I'm afraid there are too many jumps for Barbara.
Oh, don't worry about me. The upper road is at least 10 minutes faster.
Ted and I'll accept that challenge. We'll take the lower one and race you there. Come on, Ted.
All right, let's go.
Careful on those jumps, dear.
Barbara, how nice of you to hurry home for tea.
Tea? Who wants tea?
My dear pet, what happened to you?
Wilma Van Everett.
Oh, what did little Wilma do?
Little Wilma. I'd like to kill little Wilma.
Well, what did she do to you, dear?
Something horrible, I trust.
She just succeeded in making herself utterly ridiculous in front of everybody at the club this afternoon. She acted like such a fool over Ted Drake, it almost made me ill.
That's terrible. Put them there, Connie, please.
All right. You certainly covered yourself with glory today.
Well, I only tried
You tried brilliantly.
Never mind, never mind. I'll tell you a story, Barbara.
You wouldn't believe it unless you were there.
I would.
She only advertised to everybody present that she was head over heels in love with Ted Drake.
That's silly.
It was revolting.
Why? Girls do fall in love with Ted all the time.
You don't know what you're talking about. She only just met him.
Love at first sight. I've read about it.
It's very rare. A Leo and Sagittarius might do it if Saturn were in accord. Let this be her birthday, December the 4th.
How do you know?
I certainly should.
Oh, you know her, do you?
Well, what do you...
Everybody knows Wilma Van Everett. She gets twice as much publicity as you do.
She does not.
Does.
Doesn't.
Does.
Mother.
Walden? Isn't that strange? That's the same birthday as you have, isn't it, Connie? Yes, that's right. December the 4th.
I'm going to fix Miss Van Everett, all right. I'll see her at the Drakes' party.
Oh, the Drakes going to have a party?
On the 29th, and by that time I'll have something very choice figured out. Everybody in town will know about it because everybody's going to be there.
Everybody? Connie, what are you going to wear?
To the party, you mean? Oh, I haven't been. I'm not going. Am I?
Of course you are. Sister just said everybody's going.
I haven't any. I'd have to wear. It's formal, isn't it?
Barbara's probably got something upstairs in the dress department that'd suit you perfect. How about it, sister?
And have people say she's wearing my cast-offs.
We wouldn't want that, would we? No, of course not. But I could wear my...
Mother, now,
wait a minute, you're interrupting. Yes, Connie, you could what?
Well, I was just going to mention that I could wear my graduation dress. It's very pretty, and it's long and white, all white. And white's a pretty color.
Yes, this isn't a garden party.
But I could make it into an evening dress. I just have to fix the sleeves
See
a
how
little.
simple it is?
Well, I'll go up now and start figuring out just what to do with it. And thank you very much. I took sewing in school, you know. I'll have to fix the skirt a little bit, and maybe I can fix the neck.
Mother, we're not going to drag her to the ball.
If she fixes her dress and it looks all right, I'm afraid we'll have to take her now.
You can't get out of it.
You're very smart, but don't think I'm going to be bothered with her once she gets there.
You must be nice to her at the ball, sister, or people have an excuse to say some of the things they've been thinking about you for years.
I'm going to the Drakes' ball.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to the Drakes' ball.
No fooling.
Absolutely. See, I have to cut the sleeves out of this, maybe. I have to make this into an evening dress, you know.
Does the Duchess know you're going?
Barbara, certainly. Do you think a tight blue sash would add enough color to that? They only just told me about it, you know. I didn't dream I was going.
Oh, that's wonderful, Miss Connie. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, Agnes. I do want to look pretty when he sees me this time. I mean, when people see me this time. Well, I mean, you know.
When who sees you this time?
Everybody. Everybody in New York's going to be there. And let me see, what slippers shall I wear?
But who's the he you were just talking
I
about?
didn't mean any particular person. I didn't even mean... Do you think these slippers will be all right? They won't show much for this skirt being long. Do you think... Well, maybe if I cut the neckline lower and sort of flare out the skirt. Huh?
Miss Ollie could tell you she makes all her own clothes.
Do you think she'd mind?
Oh, no, Miss Connie. Ollie loves it. I didn't know you knew any he in New York.
I didn't know any he. I mean, anybody. Just because you see a person doesn't mean you know a person, does it?
Don't it?
Certainly not. Let's go ask Ollie about the dress.
She's in the kitchen. You know what Miss Connie's going to?
Yes, George told us. Oh, they tell you about it?
I couldn't help overhearing, miss, and I must say I'm almost as happy as if I were going myself.
Yes, I've never been to a really big party like this before.
It'll be a great night for you.
Yes, it certainly will.
Is that the dress you want to make over?
Yes, it is, Ollie. Agnes said you might help me with it. May I put it down here?
Yes, put it anywhere, miss.
Thank you. You see, it still has sleeves in it. I thought maybe if we'd only use the skirt up to here and then make a bodice and then sort of flare the skirt.
Don't mind me. I only eat here.
That's my brother, Mike. This is Miss Connie, you know. I told you about her singing.
How do you do?
Go ahead. Don't let me stop the operation. I'm used to blood.
Have you any more of this material?
No, but I have a yard of silver lace upstairs. Maybe you can use that.
Only a yard?
Yes, but it's very pretty. I'll run up and get it. It's a yard long and a yard wide, and the design's lovely. You'll see what I mean.
It's a good thing it wasn't one of the others that found you here.
They would have called the police.
Fine crack.
Think you can fix it up all right?
Well, I can try. I wish the waist was higher. Here, hold this. Got to look beautiful at that ball for a very special reason.
What's his name?
What do you think I am, a tattletale?
How about hoops?
Never mind the hoops. You better watch that roast or we'll have a terrible dinner.
Oh, my gracious.
Well done might be all right for the family, but I like my beef rare.
Well, what can I do?
Why don't you put some feathers on it?
How about those things on the shoulders like football players wear?
I just don't know what to do.
I can tell you.
This ought to be good.
You take this dress, and first you hide it away. And then you go out and you buy her a whole new outfit.
With what?
With money.
Whose money?
My money and your money. And mine, too.
Count me in.
And me?
Which only goes to show you don't get nothing for nothing in this world, not even from your own sister. How much?
it wasn't hard to do at all, miss. I just want another yard or two of that lace and change the skirt here and there.
Every bit of it seems different.
Well, when I remodel a dress, Miss Connie, I really remodel it.
The slip is just right, and I had to bring them up and see how she looked.
Well, it's a perfect fit.
It's really magnificent.
I still can't believe it's a slip dress.
Wally did a lot of work on it. May I put these on, please?
These aren't my slippers.
Well, you see, we took them out to a man to have some silver put on. You know, like...
like dyeing.
Yes, and while he was doing it, he spilled it all inside, and you couldn't have worn them anyway.
So he only did what was right.
He got you a new pair.
Oh, he shouldn't have done that.
He's insured.
Do they feel all right?
Yes. Well, they're just a little bit new, but they fit perfectly. Come in.
I just wanted to see how you look, miss.
You couldn't even tell it was the same dress.
You really look like a picture.
I don't see how... Well, Ollie must have worked day and night to...
Turn around a minute.
How does the skirt hang?
Perfect.
Why don't you go in Miss Barbara's room and see how you really look?
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, just a second, miss. Just a second.
Oh, thank you.
These just came for you, miss.
Oh, a corsage, how lovely. Who sent it?
There wasn't any card in it. Probably some admirer who knew we were going to the ball.
Oh, you mean... No. How could he?
Oh, I don't think so. But they just match your dress. Now, isn't that nice?
Ollie!
Oh, I've been expecting that.
Ollie, where have you been?
Well,
I want a large chiffon handkerchief, black.
I'll get right
The
away.
bracelet.
Yes, miss.
Pardon me a minute, Barbara. Excuse me. I just want to see how the skirt hangs in the back. I think it's all right, don't you?
What school did you graduate from in that dress?
We fixed it all up. You like it? I think the skirt hangs perfect. Oh, I forgot my locket. I better go get it. You look very nice, too, Barbara.
Thanks.
Only, I don't think I'd look so good in black. Oh, and you'd better hurry, Barbara. We don't want to be too late.
Did you see that?
Yes, miss, I think she looks very nice.
What's the matter with her? She gone crazy, storming in here patronizing me?
Oh, no, Miss Barbara, she's just so thrilled about going to the Drakes and all.
She's taking an awful lot for granted. She isn't there yet. Bring my wrap.
Yes, miss.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
What'd she say? Mother, are you ready?
Yes, dear. I was looking up the stars for tonight, and we're going to have a really marvelous evening.
I doubt that.
Oh, you mustn't doubt the stars, dear. They control your destiny, whether you like it or not.
Well, are we ready? That's a very smart gown you have on that, Grace.
Oh, thank you.
Have you seen my new dress?
No, but Connie, it's amazing. My wrap, please.
Mother, can we go?
Certainly. George, is the car waiting?
Yes, Miss Connie. Your cigarette case.
Oh, where did you find it,
I
George?
found it at Mr. Clifton's study.
Oh, dear. Well, I'll leave it next. I don't want to do without it.
Have you seen the newspaper? The society page is full of details about the ball.
Really?
It mentioned the names of all the famous people who are going to be there, and lots of them.
It's sure to be a brilliant affair.
Oh, yes, I hope they don't just play rumbas.
You'd prefer waltzes.
I like waltzes.
I do, too.
So do I. Dreamy ones.
My wrap.
This one, Miss Barbara?
No, the other one. Mother, I think I'll wear your pearl bracelet. It goes better with the black dress.
Certainly, dear.
This isn't mine.
It is tonight, miss. Tomorrow it goes back in Cousin Egbert's show window.
Oh, but really,
Please, miss.
If Mr. Clinton comes, tell him we'll be late.
Yes, ma'am.
Mother, suppose Uncle Jason comes in from Washington tonight and we're all out.
Well, what makes you think he's coming tonight?
Oh, nothing, except Aunt Louise said yesterday that he might.
She did?
Yes, I forgot to tell you about it when she called.
Oh, let's all hope he doesn't arrive until tomorrow.
But if he does come and there isn't even one member of the family at home, we'll never hear the end of it.
I'll be glad to stay and welcome him, sister.
He hates the sight of you.
Can't say that I blame him. How about Father?
Oh, your father won't be home until all hours.
Well, it's no great problem. Connie can stay and sing to him or something. You don't mind, do you, Connie?
Tonight? Now?
You're dear to do it, Connie.
You mean I'm to wait here?
Just make our excuses.
And fuss over him when he arrives.
No, No, you're not really going to make me miss the party. You can't. That isn't fair. You could have told me sooner so I wouldn't plan and wait and...
If you're going to argue about everything we ask you to do, Connie, I'll stay myself.
Oh, no, you can't do that. The Drakes would be offended. We'll make it up to you, Connie.
Barbara, you're only...
I should think you'd be happy to do something for us once in a while.
I could have told you a week ago this had happened. Just wanted to see if I guessed right. I did. Night.
Harry!
Sorry, madam.
stay home.
I'll say you will.
Going to the ball wasn't my idea in the first place.
You were pretty anxious.
I like to dance. Is there anything wrong with that?
Who would you dance with? Ted Drake?
Well, that's silly.
Of course it's silly. That's who you mean. And it's twice as silly to be getting any foolish ideas about it.
I'm not getting any foolish ideas.
Oh, no? What about that picture you cut out of the newspaper? Who was that? Ted Drake, that's who.
Well, I just cut it out. There wasn't any reason for cutting it out.
I suppose there isn't any reason for keeping it hidden in that book either.
In what book?
In what book? In that book.
That?
Now stop being a silly girl. Get that picture and tear it up and throw it away this very minute.
That's just exactly what I'm going to do. I'll throw it away. Here, see? I'm tearing it up. I don't want to hear any more about him or think any more about him or have any more silly ideas about myself or anybody. George, I didn't know you.
I knocked twice, miss, and when I heard you talking to someone, I thought I'd better step in.
Well, there's no one in here. Talking? Oh, I must have been talking to myself.
I'm sorry to interrupt, miss, but everything's been arranged, and you're going to the ball after all.
I am?
Indeed you are, miss. Uncle Jason's still in Washington.
Oh, but Aunt Grace said, well, they'll be there.
They won't arrive until midnight, miss.
Midnight? Oh, they'll be there long before that. Well, they've been gone for...
Oh, no, they won't, miss. Everything's been changed about. You'll be there and back before they even arrive.
Oh, I go now.
In your car, and it's a pippin'.
Well, who'll take me?
You'll have an escort of 6 white bikes.
6 white what?
Bikes, miss, the motor police. And there they are, miss.
You mean I'm to go with them?
They'll get you there before you can say Jack Robinson. Mike told them you're in a hurry.
Mike?
My brother, miss. These lads worked with him. They even borrowed the commissioner's car.
Now, remember, miss, you're not to stay a minute later than 12 o'clock.
I won't.
And the boys will be waiting for you to bring you back.
I just want to tell you all how much I appreciate all this. I'll never forget. I'll never forget this night as long as I live on it. I know you guys can leave me.
That's all right. You have the time of your life. You have the time of your life. You're the 12 o'clock.
Everybody gone?
Everybody, sir.
That's good. What time will they be back?
Very late, I'm quite sure, sir.
That's good, too. Motorcycles. What'll that family think of next?
I really don't know, sir.
See that there's no noise around here until they get back.
Very well, sir. Will that be all, sir?
That'll be all. Police. Escorts. Sergeants. No.
Well, have you got it or ain't you got it?
I know I had it yesterday. I usually keep it in the pocket in this door.
I don't want to know anything about your personal habits, feller. All I want is to see the owner's license.
Terry, tell the young man we have to go now.
Yes, ma'am, just as soon
I
as...
think the whole thing is ridiculous.
Maybe it is and maybe it ain't, sister. But I got to stop all cars of this make and model and see the owner's license or else take him in.
This is my father's car.
Maybe. Come on, buddy.
You're making a big mistake, officer. This is Mr. Clinton's car. This is Mr. Clinton's family.
That ain't my mistake, Bud. That's Mr. Clinton's.
Now, officer, we can't stay here all night. People are waiting for us, and we're all going to a party.
Ah, none of that. I got to work till 2:30.
You're being very insolent. I don't think you realize who we are.
Oh, yes, I do. Just 3 people all dressed up riding around in a car you ain't even got an owner's license for.
Do we look like the kind of people who would steal an automobile?
Why should I answer that and make you sore?
You'll pay for this. We know our rights, and when I tell my father what you've done
All I know is, lady, that I got to do my duty, and I'm doing it. How do I know that ain't a dead body?
Why, that's Walter. Say something to the officer, Walter.
Hello.
See, he's all right.
Could be ventriloquism. Make a move.
You think I'm a dummy?
I'll pass that question, too, brother.
You're being deliberately difficult. You're humiliating us and keeping us here without any cause at all.
I wouldn't do that for the world, lady. If you don't want to stay here, we'll go someplace else. Why don't you cut out doing that St. Vitus dance and admit you ain't got it?
I guess I left it when I changed uniforms, or I lost it today.
I've heard that 1,000,000 times.
May we go now?
Right this minute, lady. And just because you've been so nice, I'm going to have the judge take your case before anybody else, right at 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock? We won't go. We'll settle it right here.
You're going, sister. Do you want to go in the car, or do you want to go on the bike? Follow me.
I could have told you this would happen. I saw it in the stars.
You and your stars, you told me this was going to be a perfect evening.
I know, and it would have been, except for Venus. You see, my dear, when
Tell it to the judge, Mother.
Miss?
Oh, yes, please do.
Your check, miss?
Thank you. Well, where are you going to put that?
In the check room, just over there.
It'll be all right there, won't it?
Indeed it will, miss.
Thank you.
Hello, glad to see you. Excuse me. Jolly little group here this evening, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm trying to think where we met before. Of course, I know you perfectly well, but I can't seem to remember your name. Not Fisher, not Fowler. Foster.
Wrong.
Follinsby, I know. You're Caroline Follinsby's daughter.
Wrong again. I'm sorry.
I have a remarkable memory for names. I'll get yours in a minute.
Oh, I don't think you will.
Oh, yes, I will, and when I do, I'm going to make you pay a forfeit.
All right, but I don't think you'll find out. I have to go and look for somebody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hello, Bevins.
Signorina Carolini.
Mr. Bevins, you are sweet.
And you're going to sing for us tonight.
Oh, I can't. I'm in such poor voice.
Oh.
My tour was so trying. I said to Doug, I will go, but I will not sing.
Oh, you must sing, I insist.
But I can't possibly. And I have no music with me, except, Doug, you have it. It's just a Strauss waltz.
A Strauss waltz?
And tell the orchestra that I did mark a change in tone in the first 8 bars, in case they do have to play it, you know.
We'll talk about that later. I have to hunt up a net. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mr. Drake.
I should have watched where I was going.
Oh, no, it's all my fault.
Having a good time?
Oh, yes, I am.
It's fine. I'm glad you came.
Oh, are you? Oh, I didn't think I was going to get here at all.
That would have been terrible. How's the rest of your... How's everybody?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen them since... Well, they're all right, I guess. How are you?
You, still live at the same place on,
Oh, yes.
Yes, so do we.
Ted, we're dancing this one.
You're going to be around?
Oh, I'll be around somewhere here and there.
Excuse me, I'll see you later.
Who's that pretty little girl?
No, her face is familiar. I can't figure out where I met her.
Oh, good evening.
How do you do? Good evening.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are most fortunate in having with us tonight a singer whose greatness is exceeded only by a loveliness. She truly has the gift of song, a golden voice, an inspired talent, and a charming personality. Now, she's a very shy young lady, and though I know I should not impose upon her by making this request, I do so in the name of Mr. Drake, our host, and because it happens, quite by chance, that the orchestra has here a Strauss waltz, which I think we may persuade her to sing for us. Shall we ask her? Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my great privilege to introduce to you Signorina Margherita Cotillini.
Wrong again.
I'm afraid someone's made a frightful mistake.
Oh, no. Whoever told you I could sing was right, but my name is not that, Signorina, whatever you said.
Life is sweet and gay all the treat. I want to thank you for it.
Oh, you're welcome. I like to sing.
Gerald, this young girl has a great voice.
I thought you'd like her, Mr. Drake. You were splendid.
Oh, are you?
Yes, I'm Ted's father. Just between us, I'm going to tell that young man something for not bringing you around sooner. Where is that boy?
Right over there.
Ted.
Wasn't that great?
I'm glad you liked it.
I was just telling this young lady I was a little disappointed in you and keeping her hidden this long.
Well, this long while? I didn't even know that...
No, son. I know I'm old, but there's nothing wrong with my eyes. I can tell just by looking at you two that you're real old friends.
Mr. Drake.
Would you like to dance?
Do you hear that, Bevins? Would she like to? What's the matter with you young fellows nowadays? She'd love to dance.
Yes, I would.
Lovely young lady, Gerald.
Yes, indeed she is, Mr. Drake.
I wish that boy of mine would get really interested in a girl like that and stay home instead of hopping off on that South American thing.
Oh, maybe he will.
Yes, maybe. What'd you say her name was?
Now, don't start that. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's my fault. I'm used to leading. You know, at school when just we girls dance, one led.
And the other followed?
That's right. How's your horse?
Shamrock?
Yes. I hope the sugar didn't make him sick. What's the matter?
Sorry, I was just thinking how different you look.
Oh, I'm glad of that. I didn't see my face till I got in the car.
You were in a pretty bad way there for a few minutes.
I didn't thank you for being so nice about everything and tell you I was all right.
I figured you were all right when I heard that you'd run away.
I couldn't help that.
Don't ever run away again, will you, without saying goodbye? I mean it.
Let's go outside.
All right. Well, it isn't too cool for you, is it?
Oh, no, not at all.
You'd rather go inside.
No. Maybe you would, though.
Could get your wrap.
Oh, no, really, I'm all right.
Do you? Go ahead.
No, it was nothing. What were you going to say?
I was just thinking I'm leaving here next week.
Are you?
I'm going to South America with Dr. Mackenzie. You've heard of him, haven't you?
Mackenzie? I think I have.
He's the world's greatest authority on rubber trees. He's been to the Amazon 30 times. He always says I'm very fond of the wee river. He talks like that and calls me Lottie.
Lottie? Do you have to go?
I want to. It's sort of a declaration of independence to Dad. He's got a lot of ideas about handing me a ready-made future.
Oh, I see.
Look at that traffic, and it's after 12 o'clock.
Yes, it certainly is. Will you be away long?
6 months.
Where will you stay?
On our boat. It's a big sailboat, an auxiliary, diesel engine.
Sailboats are beautiful.
Yes, they are beautiful.
What's a diesel engine?
Well, it's on the same principle as a regular gasoline engine, only instead of using crude oil, instead of...
Did you say it was 12 o'clock before?
Oh, it's after 12. See the clock down there?
Oh, goodbye.
Wait a minute. run away now, are you?
No matter who you have,
Hello,
it doesn't make any
Ted.
difference.
Oh, hello, Miss Clinton. Walter.
Oh, we've had an appalling experience.
We're jailbirds.
What are you doing with that slipper?
Oh, looking for its owner. I'll be right back.
Who'd he say he was looking for?
I don't know.
Oh, he's probably playing some game.
He certainly seemed delighted we were here.
Hello, Grace.
Oh, we thought we'd never get here. Well, we were delayed.
On the law.
It wasn't simply horrible, dear.
It wasn't much fun.
I don't know. I rather enjoyed it.
Well, what happened? Well, you see, just as we were... Oh, Ted, your father knows the mayor, doesn't he?
Yes,
Mother
he
wants
does.
to reform the whole city government.
Good. Oh, excuse me a minute. Say, didn't see a girl go any place around here without a slipper, did you?
No, Mr. Drake, I didn't.
Be back in a minute.
I never heard of such inefficiency.
Does anybody know who Ted's looking for?
Probably the girl who was singing.
He's certainly in a dither about her.
Well, let's all go up and help him find her.
Did you see that girl with the white wrap? She looked just like Connie.
But it can't be Connie. Connie isn't here.
Did that wrap she was wearing have a hood on it?
I don't know.
Have you seen Ted running around with that slipper in his hand? I thought it was yours till I saw how small it was. It belonged to some new girl somebody no one ever saw before, and she just ran away with the party. Nobody's even seen Ted since she sang. And when she danced, she just closed her eyes and lost herself in a dream. Did that girl wear a silver lace dress? Mm-hmm. Very sweet. Not severe like your black, just girlish. Do you know her? I'll tell you later. Get my wrap, please.
Yes, miss.
We've been waiting for you, miss.
Oh, good. Oh, tell us. Bob, I don't know where to begin. Did you have any trouble getting in?
Oh, no. You didn't run into Mrs. Clinton and the brats, did you?
Oh, no, but I saw them.
You did?
Did
Yes.
they see you?
What time?
No, I hid behind a post. They got in about midnight. How did you know?
Oh, a little bird told us. A little bird named Mike. Did you dance?
Yes, and I sang.
Good for you. I'll bet they cheered.
Oh, and Mr. Drake.
Oh, so that's the he.
Agnes, it was...
What I wouldn't have given to see you.
He was so nice, Agnes. Oh, don't ask me.
What'd you sing?
The Strauss waltz. You know. Da, da, da,
We'd best go in the kitchen, miss, don't you think?
I've got some hot chocolate and a nice piece of cake for
And you can start at the very beginning.
You're late. Oh, I just lost my slipper.
Well, how'd you do that?
Oh, it was awful. I had to start running.
No more here. The old man's working in his study, and we'll get into the...
I'm working, you're making noise. So we'll have to stop the work or stop the noise.
I'm very sorry.
It's my fault, Uncle Jim.
Maybe it is. We won't have any more of it.
Uncle Jim, George told me to be quiet or go to another room so I wouldn't disturb you.
Have a nice time at the party?
What? Oh, yes, wonderful.
Danced, huh?
Uh-huh.
Met some nice people.
Oh, yes, Uncle Jim, very nice.
What'd your cousin say to you when she saw you?
Well, I didn't speak to Barbara or Aunt Grace or Walter either.
Smart girl. Run up to bed now. Good night.
Good night. The family must have stopped someplace on their way.
Yeah, stopped in jail. Kept them there till midnight. Should have kept them there longer.
Jail? What happened?
Don't know. They called me to get my lawyer. Couldn't get him. Couldn't remember his telephone number. Couldn't even remember his name. Couldn't remember anything.
I don't understand.
Had a good time, you said.
You knew about Uncle Jason?
I know a lot of things. I know every cloud has a silver lining. They went to jail. You went to the ball.
Uncle Jim, you... Oh.
Car coming up the driveway. This is all a secret.
Oh, never tell a soul.
Make my life miserable if you do. Yours, too. It's Barbara. You better scat.
Good night.
Hurry up. Hurry up. The Duchess is coming in.
Are you asleep?
Uh-huh. Ooh, that light hurts my eyes.
Just wanted to see that you were in.
I'm in. Good night.
Have you been in all night?
What time is it?
You were home all night.
Uncle Jason didn't arrive.
Sorry if I interrupted your beauty sleep.
Oh, that's all right.
So you were at the party, hmm?
Yes?
And you sang.
Mm-hmm. I sang.
Didn't I tell you to stay here?
I didn't want to.
Oh, you didn't want to?
Nope. I knew Uncle Jason wasn't coming, and I had a chance to go, so I went.
You mean so you sneaked in?
There's nothing you can do or say that could spoil this night for me.
Would it spoil things if I ask how you turned your graduation dress into a Paris creation?
Ollie made it over out of some silver lace I had. Not that it's any of your business.
And that wrap, I suppose she made that out of a pair of pet ermines she's been keeping all these years.
A friend of mine said I could, I'm not going to quarrel with you, Barbara.
I'm so sorry I wasn't there. You must have been wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Now, if you're through being sarcastic...
Even Ted said he never had so much fun in his life. He thought you were a nightclub singer pretending to be somebody important, so he decided to play up to it. It's so funny, Ted. And his imitation of you dancing with your eyes shut is wonderful. People just roll on the floor when he does it. He does it over and over again. And leaving your slipper, that was so touching. Ted's going to use it to try and find you again. He wants to hire you to play the same joke on a friend of his in Boston.
You get out of here. This is my room.
Oh, you want to be alone. You have so much to think about and so much to dream over.
Get out!
All right. I'll go down the kitchen and tell your chums what a success you were.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Your orange juice, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Your coffee black as usual?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, sir?
Not a thing.
Then this is goodbye, sir.
Going someplace?
I'm leaving, sir. Miss Barbara sacked the whole staff last night when she found out we'd helped Miss Connie get to the party, sir.
What?
Oh, that's all right, sir. Not one of us would have stayed after Miss Connie left.
Connie left?
Bag and baggage, sir. We wanted her to stay and have a talk with you, sir. But she said she made enough trouble.
And didn't leave a note?
She said she'd write to you, sir, when she was settled and making her own way. I do think she was trying to make it easier for us all.
Well, I'd like to talk to the other servants, George.
They've been gone hours, sir.
Jimmy! Oh, Jimmy, you may have to drive me to town. We have no chauffeur, you know.
Did you know that Connie had left?
Yes, so has everyone else. No cook, no butler, no maid. And you're not with us anymore, are you, George?
No, madam, I'm not.
Such a pity. You're such a good butler, too. It was nothing personal, you know, George. Just a bad constellation for everybody. It won't happen again.
Connie's a very young girl to be out on her own. It's not right.
I'm going to look up her horoscope and find out what evil influences brought all this about. And I'm also going to see if it's a good time to employ new people. You know, we have to wait until the stars are all right.
I'm hungry.
The cook has left, Mr. Walter.
Say, Father, can you make coffee?
Do you know that your cousin has left this house?
I only know I'm hungry.
Don't you think we better do something practical about Connie?
I'm doing the most practical thing in the world, checking her complementary influence against Jupiter's emphasis. And there's a trend of depression. That's been
Jim, what are you doing? Jim, it's taken me years to work that all out.
I never liked this thing either.
Jim, stop it. You're losing your mind.
Now you listen to me, Gracie Schultz. I've had all the twaddle I'm going to have about the 8th and 9th house and the influence of this and that and Leo being in the Libra that I'm going to have. They ought to make you eat these things. But if I ever hear another peep out of you about the sun, the moon, or the stars, I promise you, the Big and Little Dipper, that you won't only be talking about stars, you'll be seeing them. Now you let the heavens take care of themselves, and you get down to earth.
Jim, you brute.
Don't flatter me. I've only just begun.
Father, have you gone crazy?
Oh, you're up. That's fine. I was hoping I wouldn't have to go upstairs and pull you out of bed. Never mind your mother. Why did you make Connie leave this house?
No, Father.
Don't father me. I know what you did, and for once in your life, you're going to pay the consequences. You selfish little dressed up insane.
I won't be talked to like that.
We'll stop. Oh, you come here. You're just a child, and I'm going to treat you like a child. For this.
Oh, no, sir. This one's on me.
There's one more thing I wanted you to... Don't you ever do anything but sit sprawled out in that chair?
But, Father, I have a theory, you know.
Really?
A theory of relaxation. I worked it all out myself.
In that chair?
Mm-hmm. It's taken years. I believe that one through relaxation, prolonged and constant, can store up sufficient energy to surmount any emergency that arises, where vitality is called for and force is needed. Simple, isn't it?
Almost too simple.
You see, Father, I don't spend energy. I hoard it.
Sort of sit on it.
Exactly. I've already proved that all forms of exercise are wrong. Say a man gets up in the morning and does his daily dozen. The first time he stretches, bends over, touches the floor, he spent 14 pounds of energy. Now, to get back to his normal position, how much do you think he spends?
From the position that you were in just now?
Mm-hmm. Identical with it. Mm-hmm. Just about.
Well, practically none, because I'd help him like that.
Very well bowled, sir.
Now, there's only one more thing we gotta do here, and that's to find Connie and bring her back here. Does everybody understand that?
This is your station, miss.
Thank you.
Oh, Miss Wiggins. Did you get my telegram?
No. I meet all the trains. That's all I have to do. Did I get your telegram? Get those bags over here.
It's so quiet and restful here.
Going through that stage, eh?
Cities are such noisy places.
They're not dull and full of squealing girls.
Are you surprised that I'm back?
No.
Oh, you must be.
All right, then I will be. I'm surprised. Feel better?
I want to teach music.
Most of them want to be missionaries.
Who?
Never mind. Go on. You want to teach.
Yes, but I'll have to have more training.
I hope so.
I'd like to get a scholarship at the Teachers' Conservatory of Music.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it's only fair that I tell you why I've made this decision, Miss Wiggins.
Practice that little speech on the way up?
Why, I guess I did.
What's that?
I guess I did.
Never mind the rest. I know the important part. Your heart's broken, your faith's gone, you want to be independent.
Who told you?
About 40 old maids I know. It happened to them, too. Make it 41. I've forgotten myself.
Well, this is so... Well, you don't want to hear about it.
Oh, go on, get it off your chest. Might make you feel better and won't make me feel any worse. First, you'll be a junior instructor. You get paid for that, about half as much as you need to live on. What you call it, living. You wear last year's hats and 2-year-old dresses and patched-up shoes. But it won't make much difference how you look, because there won't be anybody looking at you except a lot of so-called students.
I'll have my work.
You'll have that. Later on, by scrimping, you'll have enough money to travel on. 3rd class and alone. Or with another teacher.
I like to be alone.
You don't even know what the word means, child.
My pupils will love me. I hope as much as they love you.
I'm a character. A crotchety, lovable old character. I hate being a character. Do you like cats?
No, not much.
You'll get to love them. They've got sense. They're like men. Feed them, pet them, and admire them, and they'll purr. Every woman wants to make somebody purr. You want to lock yourself up in a world of women. A little world, a sheltered world. A useless, polite, frightened world.
Miss Wiggins, I'm not a child. I know what I want to do. Work and support myself and not depend on other people for happiness or anything else.
All right. Where's your diploma? I'll have to send it along with the application for the scholarship.
It's right here.
There's a teacher's powwow here on the 6th. They'll be here from all over the state. I'll have to line up some votes for you while they're on the ground.
Here's a list of credits.
Pretty slipper. The other one, I suppose, is the one Mr. Blake had.
Mr. Drake.
What you keeping it for?
Just happened to pack it.
There's something to cry into 20 years from now? Then you get rid of it. Now you will sing at that meeting. Show them a sample of what you know about music. Have them make up their minds right away.
Oh, thank you. That'll be marvelous.
It'll be terrible, but I'll do it. You get a new dress for it. I'll have all the girls go to the auditorium, so you'll have an audience. And you'll sing something that'll be effective.
The spring song.
No, not the spring song. One Fine Day. Butterfly by Puccini. Know it?
Yes.
We have to work on it. That'll make them all cry. All the old maids will sniffle. You know, one fine day he'll come back to me.
Oh, but I'd rather...
Rather what?
Well, couldn't I sing something else?
Why?
Well, I don't think it's a good idea to make them sad.
Make you sad to sing it?
No, not me. You just said it to make them cry.
Old maids are only happy when they cry. You'll find that out.
Miss Wiggins, we just heard the Connie. Oh, hello, Connie.
Go along, all of you, and stop that chattering.
Oh, come on.
Why didn't you go with Connie?
Oh, I don't know her. I just came in to see if you'd mark the cuts in this orchestration for me. Irene told me to.
I'll fix it.
You will? Oh, thanks a lot, Miss Wiggins. Goodbye.
I said I'll fix it, didn't I?
And when he's reached the summit, can you guess what he'll say? He will call, butterfly from the distance. I, without answering, hold myself quietly concealed, a bit too teased